by NBA fans and media members, but this is a talented group. And remember, Rudy Gay returned a year ago, so that's an excellent starting five.
Parker with it. Into Tim Duncan. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. It did seem that they were being slept on for last season, but lo and behold, Clark, the Grizzlies were able to...
But unfortunately, they still went down to the 5th seed Clippers in a deciding Game 7 in that opening round of the playoffs, Kevin. It was one of the best series of the playoffs, though, and showcased, I think, 2 up-and-coming teams that we'll see contending in the playoffs for years.
Let's now go to Doris Burke over across the way. We spoke with Lionel Hollins, and Doris, take it away.
They'll be facing one of the best post players ever to play the game in Tim Duncan. Coach told me that even though Timmy isn't as physically gifted as he once was, he is still a handful to deal with. He said a lot of people forget this, but Tim Duncan is one of the smartest players to ever play and always makes the right decision. We can't be lazy around him.
Thank you, Doris.
Well, Zach Randolph last year injured his knee in the 4th game of the season and missed about 3 months. But the Grizzlies held it together in his absence. And when he returned, obviously, he helped that front line. And that made the Grizzlies one of the scariest teams in the Western Conference.
Now here's Allen after the miss from Tim Duncan. Allen kicks to Gasol. Here's Gay. Plenty of room around him, and it's good. Gay's got 5.
It's easy to take him for granted because we're so used to seeing him make those kinds of plays.
And I think Randolph, when he returned from the knee injury last year, Clark, he battled, continued to be tough on the glass, but I really don't think he was 100%. What do you think?
I agree with you. I mean, again, you can get back on the court after a knee injury, but it's not until that second off season of rehab and working on your game that you're able to get back to full form.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Conley inside the line, and the Grizzlies take on 2 more. The Spurs have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Conley against Parker. Passes it to Leonard. Back to Parker. Deflects the pass. Duncan. The shot is off. And Memphis the other way now. And here's Randolph.
The defense just couldn't recover in time.
Yeah, but he pretty much went brain neutral on that one, Clark. Wouldn't
yes,
you?
Sir. I like that phrase.
Yeah, I don't use that phrase very often, but to me, that's what happened. He shifted the brain into neutral.
Yes, he did.
That was embarrassing.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Sprite. Good stuff. Green, the pass to Parker. Green. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Parker outside. He dishes it to Duncan. Shot clock at 6. Duncan with another miss.
Well, I tell you what, guys, his struggles from the field have definitely taken their toll on the team today.
Boy, the Spurs were a force last year, and in part it was because of their play on the road. Veteran teams just seem to know how important road games are, and they were able to get the job done away from home.
Now here's Parker following the miss by Zach Randolph. And that one's good.
It saw just a little bit of daylight, went right to the rim.
And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Conley for 3, and it's blocked. Parker outside. Straight up. That's good. And the older a team is like the Spurs, Steve, the easier it seems to be for them to get wins away from home just because they aren't rattled, it seems like, Clark, by a big crowd away from home.
Well, and the Spurs closed out the season on the tear with their road play, Kevin. They ended with the best road record in the West and the second best in the entire league at 22-11.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Pass to Green. This one for three. No luck. And Memphis the other way now.
You see Daniel Green, a second-round pick in 2009 out of North Carolina. Bounced around a little bit, played abroad, but had such an impressive season for the Spurs a year ago that it looks to me like he's going to be a part of their future. Really a nice fit for the Spurs.
So it's the Spurs now, following the score by Memphis. "59 seconds left in the first quarter. But they'll get another chance. Misses the three. Memphis leading. Dishes it to Diaw. Over Conley. And Diaw gets it to go. The assist from Leonard. Diaw's got his first points in this one. And the Grizzlies leading by 4.
And Steve, going back to Daniel Green, I mean, he's long, defends, really rebounds, and can knock down the three. I mean, he's been cut from a number of teams, but he seems to have solidified himself as an NBA player now.
Now here's Gasol. Looking for his first bucket of the game. And again, it's Memphis with the three.
Strong first quarter. He's really made the most of his opportunities.
Spurs trail by 7. He feeds it to Green. Goes up on the wing. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Grizzlies have gotten 7 of their first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pace to their offense. Conley against Parker. Back to Gasol. Out to Conley. Over Parker. Again, Memphis. Michael Conley. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Grizzlies out in front, up by 7. Live. As the fourth quarter gets going, let's swing it over to Doris Burke to find out who's had the Sprite uncontainable game. Doris?
No doubt, for the Grizzlies, it's been an uncontainable game from their point guard off the bench. He's been a big storyline to this game with the way he stepped in and contributed off the bench. They just wouldn't be in this position without him.
Thank you, Doris. And it's almost that secret ingredient we've seen here tonight. He gave them a big-time boost when they needed it.
Yes, something lit a fire under him, obviously, because as soon as he came in the game, he had a major impact. Maybe he's campaigning for a job in the starting lineup, but either way, he's really something.
Guys, it remains to be seen whether or not he can keep this up going forward, but clearly he's shown the capability of having big performances.
On the floor for San Antonio, starting the fourth quarter. Gary Neal is out there with Ginobili. Then it's Matt Bonner. Then it's Steven Jackson. And it's Duncan in at the center position.
Guys, good job working it down low and getting the high percentage look there. That's good basketball.
Now here is Conley. He needs to hustle. From deep three-point range, Jackson grabs the board.
I don't mind that shot, though. He's an excellent three-point shooter. He's just showing a lot of confidence there.
I'm right with you there, Steve. I mean, let it flow when you're feeling it.
Here's Neal. The Grizzlies pull it in. Arthur's got his third rebound tonight. Allen against Ginobili. Allen kicks to Pondexter. Gets the bucket. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Here's Neal. Duncan, the pass to Jackson. He passes it to Neal. Spurs working the ball around now. Ginobili with the three. Grizzlies with the rebound. It's picked off. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Bonner kicks to Neal. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Now a timeout called by Memphis.
You know, a good way to get to the top of the Western Conference is to have the most wins when playing other Western teams. The Spurs did that with a great mark on the year.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Hey, guys, over that break, I was able to catch the message Lionel Hollins was giving to his team. He told his guys, time's running low. If we're going to make our move, it's going to be now. Are you guys ready? And as they nodded, he said, let's go get it. Kevin?
Here is Conley. We always hear about how tough and brutal the West can be, Steve, but the Spurs made it look so easy with how they handled their conference games.
Yeah, it was really shocking, Kevin. I mean, everyone knew the Spurs would be good, but not that good. They went 35-13 against other Western teams. And that winning percentage interconference is really what allowed them to get that #1 seed going into the playoffs.
Now Bayless. Over Green. Sinks the 15-footer. Bayless has got 13 points here in the second half alone.
We know he can run hot or cold, but I like the way he's playing today.
Parker dishes to Leonard. He kicks to Diaw. There's the dish to Parker. Tries it from 9. Good, and it's Diaw with the assist that time. Diaw's got 3 assists in the game. And the Grizzlies leading by 9. And here's Conley outside. The long distance three is built. Conley's got 20.
Now these wide open threes have been their undoing. You have to locate shooters and get a hand up.
Yep, you do, Steve. And even if it means having their assigned defenders stand at home on three-point shooters, I mean, that would be a worthwhile strategy to pursue because you don't want to give good shooters open threes.
Just an unbelievable display of offense here today.
Well, it seems like every shot that goes up finds its way to the hoop. I mean, every player is sharp and on target.
Grizzlies have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Here's Gasol. And the layup falls. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Parker outside. Green. Back to Parker. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Parker's got 22 points.
You know, this has been his quarter here. Still hasn't missed the mark yet.
Grizzlies have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far.
Pretty bad timing there. I mean, that's 3 turnovers for him in the fourth quarter alone.
And Steve, in a close game like this, I mean, every possession is that much more important. I mean, he's giving the opponents extra chances, and you can ill afford that in a tight one.
San Antonio calls timeout. They're down by 10. 1:46 left here in the fourth quarter. The Spurs making a switch here. Ginobili's checked in. .44 left in the fourth quarter. Duncan defended by Gasol. No good from Duncan.
And they're struggling a little bit on the glass. They've got to pick up their physical play in the paint.
Yeah, it's about being tougher and more physical, just as you said, Steve. If they can do that better, they got a chance to come back.
There's the double team with Ginobili. Conley, the pass to Bayless. Over Leonard. Again, Memphis.
That shooting percentage is off the charts, guys. He's really hitting his shots today.
Spurs trail by 12. Parker kicks to Duncan. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. The Grizzlies have gone 5 of 6 in the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. That one from long range. And that's 12 points for Gabe.
And an easy look from outside. You can't give him that much time and space.
Now, that's been a theme here tonight, Clark. They're going to have to do a better job of closing out and getting a hand up on three-point shooters.
Tries again. Can't get it to go. Some solid defense from Randolph. Oh, and here we go. Bayless got the fast break chance. Goes straight up. Blocked. Gay against Ginobili. Gay can't hit. Spurs have gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. Here's Parker. Count that one.
Kevin, he's been a bright spot in what's otherwise been a little bit of a struggle for this team.
And for the Grizzlies, they're shooting fantastically in this game, 62% from the floor. Here's Bayless. Solid defense there from Ginobili.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
Diaw can't hit.
That's what they call the $1 million move at the 10-cent finish.
Here is Bayless. He's covered by Ginobili. Kept alive. The second chance effort. Nice shot by Randolph.
Well, this one is just about over. It's going to be an easy win for them in the end.
Yeah, I think they can just about put this one on cruise control for the last few seconds here.
Here's Parker. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark, Steve, Doris, and the rest of the crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Last but not least, here is your Jordan Player of the Game, Michael Conley.
One, two. Check me out right here, yo.
Yo, the sun don't shine.